Hello, guys, and welcome. I am so excited to be here today with you guys. This is going to be amazing. So I want to give you guys a quick background on how this came about. The masterclass, I came up with the idea 7 days ago. I know, really crazy. But as I started working on my vision board for the year and I started seeing other people and how they were doing it, I realized that my process was a lot different than other people's. And, when I used to think about vision boards, I would think about back in the day where my best friend and I would do our collages in high school and we'd have pictures of boys and cute little sayings and all those kind of things. And so many people today create vision boards based on that, on the things that they want. And as I started seeing what was happening, I realized that my strategy and my signature process on doing it was something that I wanted to share with everyone. So this class could have easily been a $97 class because I am setting you guys up with amazing content and the strategies to really go through and create structure in the whole woo-woo process. But I decided to go ahead and give it to you guys for free because this is so amazing and I wanted you guys to get a feel of the effortless life and what it's all about. So I'm so excited to start this with you guys. It's going to be amazing. And I'm going to go ahead and go over to the slides. And I will let you know that as I was testing this, the comments were not enabled. So if you guys are on there, I would love for you guys to put in a comment and hopefully the group chat will work. And if not, we'll just wing it and we'll go with it. And if you guys do have questions and you're not able to put it in the chat, let me know. You can contact me. You can write them down, send it through email, and I will answer all the questions you guys have. So let's do this, guys. It's going to be absolutely amazing. I'm so excited that you guys are here. Oh, I know that a lot of the webinars and stuff, they take a while to get started so they can get everybody on the call, but I'm not like that. I respect your time and I honor your time with me, and I want to be able to start. We have so much to talk about, so I want to make sure we can get all of it in the hour time. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm so excited, guys. This is going to be amazing. Okay, so I'm sharing my screen with you guys now, so we can hop right into it. Okay, so now, here we go. So guys, the Effortless Vision Masterclass. Before we get into it, a lot of people kind of want to know who is talking and, why should I listen and, who is this Indrani person? So if you guys know who I am, bear with me for a minute. I'm going to go over who I am and a little bit more about myself. So my journey started 16 years ago when I got my first job, my only job in corporate America. I should say the only company that I've ever worked for was Toyota Motor Sales. And that was one of the things that I manifested because I learned about Toyota in the courses I was taking on how they thrive on continuous improvement, how they build quality into all their products and what they do. And because I was so passionate about it, I was overjoyed when I was able to work with them. And I was there for 16 years. And through that, I jumped around and I've done so many different things with analyzing spreadsheets, maintaining the supply chain, to creating diversity and inclusion plans for our top level executives for them to embrace and understand and train the concepts of diversity and inclusion throughout their groups. So I've done so many different things. I've done mentoring and I ran the mentoring program at Toyota headquarters, and it was a wonderful, wonderful process. Now, during the end of my career, I started getting a little bit of an itch. And that's when I started looking and seeing what else was out there. And as a result, I found this amazing nonprofit, Close the Deal, and I started volunteering and doing a lot of services for them. As a result, they saw my work and they asked me to join the board, and I was able to fundraise for them. I did fashion shows, I did speaking events, I did a lot of events with other corporations to help raise money for that cause, and it was absolutely amazing. And that's when my speaking career launched. And I'll tell you guys really quick, with my speaking career, I had a stutter as a child and I had no confidence growing up. So I would never raise my hand because I didn't want to stand out or have the fear of people looking at me and bringing on more attention to me. So for that little kid, when I was, 7 to 15, to who I am now, is a major transformation. So if I can do it, anyone can do it. So I did a lot of the fashion shows. I did a lot of editing. I love that. And then what happened is the bottom left-hand picture is my home. And I love interior design. I love style. And one day I got a call from a friend of a friend. She was pregnant and she loved my style. So she asked me if I could design her nursery for her. So I didn't even think about it. I jumped at the opportunity. And that's how my first business, Style Bites, was born. So at the time, I was working full-time in corporate America, 9 hours a day. I would come home and take care of my 2 kids. I had a 5-month-old and a 7-year-old. And then when they went to bed around 9 o'clock, I would start my interior design business. I would start working on it, I should say. And I'd work on it until 2, 3 in the morning, and then I wake up at 6 a.m. and do it all over again. And I was so fulfilled because I had the structure of corporate America, but then I had the autonomy of having my own design business and being able to really transform people's lives in a huge way to create their home into their haven. So I did that for a few months and I loved it. And then as my business started getting busier and I started getting more projects of complete remodels, things started to get a little hectic. But the person I was and the ultimate hustler I didn't let it get to me. So it finally, life happened, and it finally, I was burnt out and I collapsed and I was in bed for a week. And the doctor didn't know what was wrong with me. I actually thought I had a virus. And we did so many different tests. And at the end, I was diagnosed with depression. And that was one of the hardest things I had to go through. And I've been through a lot of things in my life. But at the time, you can see my HuffPost article that I did on the right-hand side. I manifested my soulmate as a divorced mom. I did so many things. We had our dream home in Los Angeles. I had 2 beautiful girls. I had this amazing career in business. So I was so guilty, and I felt like, how do I have the right of being depressed? So I dove into it and I started understanding what depression was. I started understanding and doing some work on myself and figuring out what was holding me back and what were my blocks in my life. I started understanding what those things were that were limiting me from truly finding happiness within myself. And as I started doing the work through 8 months, I really started understanding myself, and I understood the processes I needed to go through to really create a life that I loved. And that's how the effortless life was born. As I started realizing and as I started transforming myself, I started realizing when I was sharing my story with others that I wasn't the only one in this situation. I wasn't the only one that was successful and ambitious and a hustler and wanted everything out of my life and wanted a life where I was obsessed with. And so I did it for myself. I reverse engineer the process. I use everything I learned in corporate America. And now I help women one-on-one create a life that they're obsessed with. So that's it. I could go on and on about it, but I want to go ahead and move on. So guys, now I want to get into it. And I want to make sure that you guys stay on until the end, because if you guys do, I'll hook you up with my workbook guide that has my signature vision board process that will walk you through it to create a kick-ass vision board of your own. So I promise you I will be off in 50 minutes. I want to respect your time and my time. So that will be coming up soon. So now, before we get into the vision board process, I want to talk about what the heck is visualization anyways. So many people ask that and they're like, okay, does that really work? And I kind of think that visualization, law of attraction, manifesting has a little bit of a bad rap. But all in all, what visualization really is it's a technique to create a mental image of an object, a future event, of anything. So if you just take a moment and look around your environment right now, you can take a picture of it, close your eyes, and you can visualize it. And that's visualization. If you close your eyes and you visualize what you're going to do on the weekend, and you have a clear picture in your head, that's a visualization. We can visualize future, past events. We can visualize objects and people and things. And visualization is something I use on a daily basis, multiple times a day. And so many people ask, okay, so does that really work? And what I love saying is, you know what? Visualization is one of the most powerful brain exercise we can do. And it is so, so powerful because what it does is it shows our brain the things that we want. It starts focusing us in on the things that are really important. And once we do it enough and in the right way, our brain can start helping us create that future that we want by giving us inspiration. But it's not just visualization alone to get us what we want. It's a full-pronged effect, but visualization is where we start. So I love case studies, and I'm a very visual and I'm a very thought-based learner. So this case study at the University of Chicago is awesome. What they did was one of the professors there, he tested 3 different groups. And what he did was he did a test on their basketball skills. So he tested them before he started, and then he separated them into 3 different groups. And then group 1, he said, for 30 days, I want you guys to practice throwing and, making basketball shots. So I want you to practice for an hour a day. Group number 2, he said, I want you guys to visualize making the basket for every single day. And then group 3, he said, I don't want you guys doing anything at all. So guess the results. And as I talked to my husband about it, he's like, I know what the answer is, and he was actually wrong. So that was really funny. So basically, the results that happened was 30 days later, the group 1 that practiced every day for an hour increased by 24%. That's pretty awesome, right? Well, group 2 did it, increased by 23% just with visualization alone. And how amazing is that? So group 1 practiced. They practiced and they developed their skills. They harnessed that and they did the work and they got results. Well, group 2, just by visualizing it and replaying it in their head on a regular basis, improved their skills. In group 3, when you do nothing, you get nothing. So, they didn't do anything. But this right here is so powerful, and it shows us how powerful visualization is when we do it the right way. So can you imagine how powerful that would be if we did the practice and we did the skill development, we took action, and we incorporated visualization? Amazing, guys. Totally amazing. So I love examples. So the proof is in the pudding. So Michael Phelps is a great example. He is one of the youngest Olympians that broke all the records for getting all the medals that he did for his swimming. And as I looked into his story, a big part of that was visualization. Yeah, he worked his tail off and he was in that pool and he was swimming a ton, but he was also visualizing. And what he would do is he would visualize and he would see himself on the stands watching himself. And then he would do another visualization with him in the water and going through the strokes and visualizing and going through the whole part of his race. And then he would do another visualization on what if something happened? What if his swim trunks ripped? What if different things happened? So then he could plan for it. So when he was in the race, he was completely present. And if anything happened, he's already gone through that visualization. So his subconscious will know exactly what to do. And that's what got him his medals, is he applied the skills, he did the work, and he visualized. Oprah Winfrey is a big component, and she's a big believer of visualization and being able to believe and have this extraordinary vision for our lives. And when we do that, we take inspired action, anything is possible. And if you guys know about Oprah's story, I mean, she started with nothing. She was raised by her grandmother. Her grandmother, all she wanted for her is to be able to be a servant and be able to have a life where she could provide for herself. But Oprah wanted more than that. So she took everything, despite all of the abuse, all of the sexual abuse, all of the issues and challenges in her life. She used visualization, she used guidance, and she took inspired action to have this extraordinary life that she loves. Steve Jobs is one of my favorites as well. He was the one that, researched Apple. He's the one, the visionary that created the iPhone when no one else thought that a computer could be in our hand. And one of my favorite quotes from him is, if you're working on something exciting that you really care about, you don't have to be pushed. The vision pulls you. So when you have a vision and that's strong and clear, it's going to guide you to take those inspired actions and be able to create that life and manifest the desires that you want. So now let's talk about the biggest mistakes people make when creating vision boards. Pitfall number 1, vision boards are just filled with stuff. And I kind of alluded to this in the beginning of the webinar masterclass when I was talking about, when you do vision boards and you just have pretty things up there. You have a lot of material things and you have cute quotes and stuff. When it's just filled with stuff and it's not strategic, then your mind doesn't really know what to focus on. Should I focus on, the cute little dog? Should I focus on, this house? What does it all mean? So when you just fill your vision board of things that you kind of like or a pretty picture, it's not as powerful as it can be. And that's how a lot of people fail with vision boards, is because they just put some stuff on there and there's no strategy or process around it. Pitfall number 2 is there's no connected emotions. And this is so important because with visualization, when you create an envisioning process, and this is what I support my clients with, when you have a process that is so interweaved and you can attach your emotions to it, as you see that visualization, you can see yourself in it and you can feel those emotions. You can elicit those emotions when you actually achieve it. That is when vision boards get really, really powerful. Pitfall number 3 is there's no roadmap. You have this vision board and you're done with it, you're proud of it, it may look beautiful, and it's just sitting on your wall and you walk by it and you're just hoping that it's going to happen. You're hoping that you're going to buy a lotto ticket when you're not, or you're going to win the lotto when you haven't bought a ticket. So this is a really, really big concern, and this is why vision boards don't work for so many people, is because there's no roadmap. The vision board is only part of the process. That's the first part of the process, and then you need to start taking action to really get there and really be able to create those inspired actions to manifest that vision that you want. So the vision board is the first part of the process. So now we're going to get into the good stuff. How to create a kick-ass vision board. Now, my 5-step signature process is amazing. What I've done was I've taken the woo-woo, airy-fairy concept out of the vision board and I dialed it in and I created an effortless, easy, but powerful process. And the Effortless Life, the business that I have, my transformational coaching, is all about effortless steps. At Toyota, I've learned that we want to keep it simple. And we want to make sure that we have simple and powerful processes, because that's how things truly work. That's how things get truly aligned, and that's how we stick to things. We create disciplines and habits when things are easy. So when you overcomplicate it, it's hard for people to understand, and it's hard for us to keep up with those actions. So let's get into it. And I kind of just talked about it. It really just creates structure around the airy-fairy vision board. And what it really does at the end of the day, the results are it engages our vision, our feelings, and it creates goals for our brain. And when we start doing that and we start taking those inspired actions, that's when we can bring those visions to reality. So it is really rad and it's awesome. And I'm so excited to share this with you guys right now. So let's do it. So the 5-step process. Number 1 is create a 90-day vision. And this is so important because a lot of the vision boards that we have is for a year and sometimes even more than that. But science has shown that if we create 90-day goals, we're going to be more compelled and we're going to be more motivated to reach those goals because it's a shorter amount of time. And then when we reach those goals in that shorter amount of time, we can create another goal for the next quarter. So one of my super secret juicy tips is create a 90-day vision. So break it up into smaller compartments, and then that dangling carrot is a little closer, and it helps us want to get to those results because we're not thinking about December, we're thinking about 90 days from now, so March, and that's right around the corner. Number 2 is select only 3 areas of focus. Now, sometimes we have so many things on our vision board that it can get really overwhelming. So especially in this guided process of 90-day vision boards, we're going to select 3 areas of focus. And in the workbook, if you stay until the end, I've got 9 areas of focus that you can choose from. So areas of focus are things like your environment. What environment are you in? Like, where are you the most? If you are in sales and you're on the road the most, how is the state of your car? If you work from home, in your home, are you in your bedroom the most? Are you in your family room? How is your environment? And is that where you want it to be? Another area of focus could be finances. And where do you see yourself? Where do you want to be? Another area could be in your career, in your purpose in business. And dialing that in and really being super clear and creating goals around that. So when you select only 3 areas of focus, you can really focus in and hone in on your actions so you can start seeing results. And then once you have those 3 areas of focus designated, the next step is to create a goal for each area. And this is where it starts getting really powerful, guys, because now we are leveraging strategy and we're leveraging goal setting and mindful tools that is creating structure around the whole woo-woo part of it. So when you create a goal for each area, it gets super powerful, guys. And then number 4 is choose one word. And you're probably like, what the heck does that mean? Well, what that is you want to choose one emotion that is going to elicit those feelings that you want to have. So let's go into finances. Let's say one of your goals is let's say you have a business. In your business, you want to have a $15,000 a month. And that's net profits. After everything's said and done, you want a $15,000 a month. When you achieve that, what one emotion will you experience? Is it going to be gratitude? Are you going to feel empowered? Are you going to feel freedom? What is that one emotion that you're going to feel? And choose that one word. Now what we're doing is we are taking emotions and we're already putting it into the vision board process, which is absolutely amazing because once we have the goal and the emotions, we're working overtime and we're engaging our different senses, which is going to help us manifest and create that goal even faster. The last step is finding pictures, photos, quotes, which align to your word chosen. So if your word is, you know what, when I hit that $15,000 a month, or when I manifest that relationship, I'm going to feel empowered. Then what pictures will fit that? Do you have a photo of yourself when you feel empowered? Is there a quote that resonates with you? And those are the things you want to put on your vision board. So now as you go through the process, your vision board is very honed in and dialed in to your feelings based on those pictures, photos, quotes, and mantras, which are going to align to your word. So when you see that, those specific honed in items and images you have on your vision board is going to elicit the exact feeling you want to feel. So guys, that is the vision process. And you know what, before I get into that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop sharing for a second. And what I'm going to do is, hey guys, I'm back. I'm going to do a screen share of the workbook so you guys can take a look at it, and then we will get back to it. And can someone go ahead and see if you can type something? The group chat is there, but I don't know if it's working or not. And that's just, it's my first webinar, so I'm learning. So I'm just going to kind of go with the flow. If you guys can't, again, if you guys have any questions, if you guys want to know more about the process, go ahead and send me an email and we can get together and I can help support you in any way that you need. So now I'm going to do a quick screen share and I'm going to share with you guys this amazing workbook that I'm talking to y'all about because I'm sure you guys want to see it, right? everything that I've been talking about. You guys want to see what that's about. So it is actually, hold on. Oh, here it is. There we go. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of jump over really quick and make sure you guys can see this. So let me hop over. Okay, cool. Okay, so here is the workbook that I created. This is for my clients, but again, I wanted to hook you guys up and show you guys and to support you guys through the process. So here it's just kind of talking about visualization and has that same emotion there, and it talks about, you know, some of my favorite benefits on clarity, creativity, and subconscious. We talk about the placement and who should see it, and there's a really fun bonus that I'm doing for this. If you guys post a picture of your completed board on Twitter and other social media, you tag me in hashtag the Effortless Vision, you can win a scholarship for my group program that launches this spring. So that would be really fun. So you guys hop on there and send me, tag me, tweet me your vision board pictures, and you guys can join. The one that I love the best and the one that inspires me the most, I will provide you guys a full scholarship to my group program. Now, guys, hold on one second. I want to hide this and hide this so you guys don't need to see that. Okay, so now you guys have a better view. So here is a 5-step process. It's the 90-day vision. It's the 3 areas of focus, creating a goal in each area, and then choosing that one word that you'll feel when you achieve the goal. So like I said, empowered, joy, confident, fulfilled. Choose that one word, and then you're going to find pictures which elicit feelings for the above word. And then down here, I'm hooking you guys up with the 3 areas of focus. So for the first quarter, it could be finances, love, and spirituality. And I've got a quick little definition on what those things are to give you guys a lot of clarity around what that is. We've got career and business, environment, fun, body, Kaizen, which is continuous improvement, which is personal development, which I love, and leadership. And then here is where you put it all together. So you've got your focus 1, what is your goal? And then what is the one emotion you're going to feel when you reach the goal? And then what visual, photo, mantra will invoke this feeling? So I have that for the 3 different goals. So guys, that is it. And then I do have on the last page a little bit about my signature program. So that is what you guys are going to get, and it is going to be amazing. It's going to really fast track you and get you to where you want to be in your life, you know, whatever area that you have. And I'm a firm believer of personal development and how important it is to really be aligned to what it is that you want. So now I'll go ahead and finish off the presentation. So I'm going to jump back on here and do one more screen share. And let's do it. So guys, sorry about that. So I love Jim Carrey's quote, and Jim Carrey is a wonderful story that I'm going to share with you as well. The next step is after you get your vision board done, now it's time for a roadmap to get there. And Jim Carrey's quote is amazing. I would visualize things coming to me. It would just make me feel better. Visualization works if you work hard, and that's the thing. You can't just visualize and go and eat a sandwich. And this is so freaking true. So with Jim Carrey, back in the early 90s, he was undiscovered. He was an emergent actor. And there were times where he was homeless and he was living in his car. And so what he would do is he would drive up to the Hollywood Hills and he would look at the Hollywood sign. And in his car, he would visualize to the detail what he wanted in his life. And he would not leave until he was fully engaged and he could elicit all of his emotions and be fully there and present. And so as he did that, he wrote himself a check. And he post-dated it for November 1995. And I believe it was like 5 years into the future. He wrote himself a check for $10 million. And he said, and in the subject line, it was for acting services rendered. And As a result, in the first few years, he got Ace Ventura, and I believe he was paid $800,000 for that. He got The Mask, and so he started getting more notoriety. And then in November of 1995, that month that he wrote that check, he signed a $10 million contract for his next movie. Now, I'm not saying that you're going to sit there and you create this vision board and everything's going to happen to you. No, it's the first part of the process. And after you create your vision board, you need a roadmap to really get there. So the next steps, some of you guys are awesome rock stars and you guys are going to take it and run with it. You're going to do this and create an action plan and be able to break it down and create small action steps to really manifest this vision that you're creating for the next 90 days and be able to smash your goals. And other of you are going to want some more support. And I felt the same way as I started doing the process, and that's why I invest in coaches all the time. And I actually have a coach now, being a transformational coach, because I'm so committed to personal development. And when you realize that as you develop and invest in yourself, you're helping everyone else. So as I continue to invest in myself, I can help my clients in a more powerful way. I can be that mom that my kids want. I can be that wife. I can be that person that I need to be. And as I develop in myself, I can step into my best self. So if you guys want a little bit more support and you want to know more about what I have to offer, is my program. And it's the Effortless Life Signature Program. It's the one-on-one coaching experience, and it goes through all of those blocks that we have in our life. We go through mindset and we really understand the beliefs that we have and what our subconscious is holding. And we explore that to make sure that all of those beliefs that we have are supporting us into our dreams. And the ones that aren't, we're able to banish it and put in better belief system to align you to where you want to be. We work on confidence, which is so important. And I will tell you that everyone would see on the outside that I was this confident, booming, amazing woman, but on the inside, I didn't have the confidence. I had a lot of things from my past that pushed my confidence down, and I faked it for the longest time. But as I went through that process during my depression, and I was able to really authentically step into my confidence in who I was, that's when things started happening for me. And that's how my manifesting worked. That's how I got into the Huffington Post, the Elephant Journal. I was speaking at USC. I have clients coming in. I'm marketing myself. And it's an amazing process. And confidence is so needed to be able to step into that life that you desire. The next part is we talk about purpose. And purpose is so important because that's what guides you. That's that vision that Steve Jobs was talking about that's really going to guide you to where you want to be. We work on your vision and crystallize it. We make sure that your productivity is there, and we create space for you to be able to do all the things that you need to do. And then lastly, we create an action plan so you can create that effortless life that is custom to you and creating fulfillment in all the areas that matter to you most. So if you guys are ready to shatter your glass ceilings and take control of your life and be able to create that life that you love, to be able to serve your people in the highest way and be your best self, I've got your back. So I have a fast action bonus that is going to be really fun. And because I'm all about taking decisive action and stepping into your best self and being able to see where you have your gaps and being committed and investing in fixing those gaps and being able to realize that life that you're meant to live, the first 5 people that sign up will get $500 off the signature program, which is going to be amazing. And there is the link that you can book a session to make sure that you and I are a good fit before we start the process. And now, it's all about enjoying the journey, guys. I love to say that you're exactly where you need to be right now. I don't feel like it's a coincidence that you're on this call. You're on this call because you know that you want something more. You're on this call because you're a go-getter and achiever and you want more out of your life. So know you're exactly where you need to be. And when you know that life happens for you, you can embrace that. You can embrace exactly where you are and know that it's a stepping stone to be where you're meant to be. There are so many times in my process and in my life where I didn't understand why things were happening for me, why I had that boss that, wasn't supportive of me. I actually had a boss that took one of my documents, crumpled it up, and threw it in the trash. And, my father is an amazing man, but he's very strict on me. And he would, tell me that, not to cry, tell me not to be vulnerable, not to share my emotions in this masculine world. I had so many beliefs that were holding me back, but I realized that as I conquered those beliefs, there was a story and there was a message in all of that for me to learn and be able to serve my people in the highest way possible. So know that wherever you are is exactly where you're meant to be, guys. So now I am going to stop sharing and I'm going to jump on here. And I want to thank you guys for being here. This is my first webinar. I'm so excited to be able to do this. And I love telling people that, as a kid, I had a stuttering problem. As a kid, I didn't have any confidence. And I was already different enough because I was born in Pennsylvania and I went to a school that had 98% Caucasians. And obviously, I look really different from my name to my dark skin and hair. I just did not fit in. And I was an ugly duckling, guys. I was not pretty at all. I had to grow into the person that I am now. And so I would never raise my hand and I would never want to be called on. And so this is a testament to say that you can step into this highest self that you have. If you told me as a kid that I would be doing this and I would be speaking on stage to hundreds of people and I would be doing webinars and doing periscopes and videos that are live, I would tell you that you're crazy and I would not buy into it at all. But I'm living proof that if I can do it, you can do it too. And I believe in you guys. So without further ado, here is the bit.ly link for the workbook. It's bit.ly/effortless Masterclass workbook. There's dashes in between and it's all lowercase. And what I'm going to do is hopefully this group chat works. I'm going to copy and paste it into the group chat as well. And I wish I could see the chat because I'm sure you guys have questions, but you know what? C'est la vie, that's how technology is. And now I have some work to do on the next masterclass, the next webinar I do. I will make sure that the chat works and it's enabled. And as I type this in, again, if you guys have any questions, I would love to be able to support you. So go ahead and send me an email. You guys can set up a consultation with me, and we can get super clear on where you are, where you want to be, and I will provide you recommendations to get there. And we can truly see if we are a good fit and a good match, because if we do not have that connection and I don't feel like I can help you, I will give you all the recommendations I have, and then I will send you on your way, because it's got to be a good energetic alignment, and I've got to make sure that I can help you in the transformation process, create that life that you absolutely love. So guys, thank you so much. I'm so excited. We ended early. Most of the webinars I go to are it's supposed to be an hour. It's an hour and 45 minutes. So I'm excited that we ended early. If you guys have any questions, definitely let me know. And guys, I'm sending you love, light, and oodles of positive vibes. That's from me to you. And I just want to thank you so much for being on here with me. I know with social media, there's so many different things going on. There's so much white noise. So for you guys to take the time and stay on for the whole hour, 40 minutes, I should say, is absolutely amazing. And I'm so glad that I'm able to get you out before our hour. And if you guys have any questions, let me know. And I just want to let you know that I believe in you. I know that that is something that I had to really work on myself, is believing in myself and knowing that I'm worthy of amazing things. So I'm here to tell you that you are worthy of phenomenal things, and you can step into that life that you truly want. There's so many times where we get caught up into things. We get caught up into the daily grind of taking care of our family, going to work, and getting everything done, that we don't take time investing in ourselves. And that is the biggest regret that people have, is not investing in themselves and not reaching their full potential. And to be honest, that's my biggest fear. My biggest fear is regret. Over death, over public speaking. I've been there, done that with the public speaking, but I never want to have regret in my life. And that's why I initiated my divorce when we had a perfectly fine marriage, because I knew that my daughter was meant for more, I was meant for more, and my ex-husband was. I didn't want to have regrets and stay in a job in corporate America that I outgrew because it was safe and stable. So as I designed a transition plan, now it's so amazing that I can help others do that. So guys, thank you so much. And here's to your effortless life. And I believe in you, and I know that you're here for a reason. And if I can support you in any way possible, please let me know. And I would love to hear your comments about it. If you guys liked it, if you guys have any suggestions or recommendations, I'm all about Kaizen, which is continuous improvement. So please share with me. Send me an email, send me a message. Let me know how you liked it, how I can improve, and let me know how it landed with you. And don't forget, we have that really fun bonus that if you guys post your vision board finished and you hashtag Effortless Vision and you tag me on it, then you will be in the drawing to receive a full scholarship to the Effortless, there's a stuttering problem, guys, the Effortless Life group program that is going to be available this spring 2016. So guys, thank you so much. I'm sending you love and light, and here's your effortless life. Bye guys.